Just waiting for the chat to load. Why is it taking so long to load? Hello. Hello, everyone. Today. Let's turn the volume down. That's a little loud, huh? Let's go to settings and sound. Video, audio output settings. Okay, no. System music. Okay, cool. That was, I don't necessarily want the music to be completely off, but I don't know. I feel like that was a little bit loud, right? Okay, yeah, that was a little much. We're gonna turn off this for now. Okay, so we are going to play the Elder Scrolls Online. Finally, I'm going to play Elder Scrolls Online. This is my favorite game. I wish I could full screen it. Oh, well, it looks full screened over there. So loud. I feel like I'm gonna have to turn the volume down. Yeah. It's so loud. Options. Can I? So loud. Okay. Select. You know what? Wait, why did it open Steam just now? I'm gonna try to turn the volume down a little bit more because that was a little bit loud. Hello, how are you tonight? Are you having a good Sunday? System use audio output settings. Maybe this? Okay. Can you let me know if I turn it down on my computer, that does that affect it when you're watching it in stream? Let me know. Okay, so this is my character. I am a wood elf, and we're about to start. Okay. Audio's okay. I'm in Riften right now, which is very exciting for me because I happen to love Skyrim so much. It's my favorite game. It's why I started playing this game. So I was very excited to go to Riften. Oh, I died? Oh, okay. Last time I was playing this, it, like, glitched out, and I was like, unable to move for a while, and I died in combat. I say trying to save face. Okay. I have to go all the way back here? Okay, let's see what quest I'm working on right now. Notifications. Daily reward. let's see what I'm doing right now. Let's see what the quest is. Journal, quests. Those sheet of papers. Necromancer has captives imprisoned at the Warm Cult camp. I should try to rescue them, and then I have to stop a ritual. Oh no. Oh.
No.
Hi Sky, how are you? How was your night? I'm finally playing Elder Scrolls. I've been saying I'm going to do this for a while. I finally figured out how to make the PS Connect thing. Good. Yeah, I'm good. Having good stuff. Just hanging out. What is this? This is witchcraft. Oh, it's a friend. Hello. That was nice of him. Saved my life. Thank you, my guy. Elder Scrolls Online is the best. If you play, we should play together sometime. I play this game all the time. I haven't been playing that much lately because I've been playing so much Among Us. I haven't really had a chance to do that. But if you are ever playing, add me as a friend. Oh, no. No, I'm trying to get a sky shard. No. Okay. That's cool. Do you play Skyrim too, or is it just Elder Scrolls Online? Yeah, it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. I like Among Us, but sometimes I just want to hang out and play the Elder Scrolls. I love all the lore, and the universe is so cool, and it's also nice to be back in Skyrim. Oh, I thought I saw something over there. The hardest part about this game, though, is getting around all the mountains. Like, the mountains make it so hard to navigate, because I can never get around them. I can never find a path. Yeah, we should definitely play sometime. Oh, I love to meet other Elder Scrolls / Skyrim fans. I feel like a lot of people played the game at first, but now that it's kind of old, they're like, I don't really play it anymore. And I'm like, why? It's so good. Wow, I'm literally going in the opposite direction. Let's fast travel to the way shrine that I died at. What character do you play as? I don't have it on PS4, I only have it on 360. Is that for Skyrim or for Elder Scrolls Online? Oh, okay, for Skyrim. Well, I'm pretty sure you can still play with people. Can you still play with other people on Xbox 360? You're a dinosaur. That's funny. No, but like what race does your character... What race character is your character? I always play as Wood Elf. I kind of always play as like the same character. Oh, the problem was I ran by it. I like didn't even notice that I walked into the place.
No. How could they? Such evil.
Alright, I'll
You're
bite.
not one of them. Need you. The cult. They killed us all.
Pet bear.
Our loved
So
ones.
cool.
in
I don't have
Riften.
one yet. I have the
Must
fox,
be told. Help us,
the
please.
vampire dragon thing, and then I also have
Search the corpses. Personally.
little fox. The fox is my favorite though because he's so cute. Look at his little face and his little walk. He looks so cute. All right, I guess I can do this real quick. What character class do you play as? Like a mage or a warrior or what kind of thing? I'm always kind of the sneak thief assassin type. I think it's really fun. Oh, I'm being attacked by zombies. How far are you in Elder Scrolls Online? I just got to champion status. as of a few weeks ago. So I'm like pretty well into it. Like I don't die that often anymore. But I know a lot of people in this game are like level 800. So next to them is nothing. But doing the daily grind, collecting my daily rewards. I wish it looked better. I feel like it looks so much better on my actual TV rather than my laptop. Like the colors look so much more dull on my laptop. Sadly. What is your favorite continent in all of Tamriel? I love Somerset Isles and Valenwood because I'm an elf, so I feel like I have to love them. That's like part of the reason I started playing the game is because I wanted to be able to explore all the other continents. I also love Elsewhere though, it's so cool there. Oh, sorry. When I turn the volume down on my computer, does it like reflect? Does it sound quieter for you? Because I have the volume turned like almost all the way down on my computer, but does that not actually like make a difference? Maybe if I... Let me try to fiddle it in the OBS. Or just get killed. That's cool. Either one. It's just when I'm fighting. Okay. Is that better? I turned it down in the like OBS mixer. Can you hear now? It still sounds like super loud. It's deafening, so you can't even hear me. Yeah, I feel like it is a little confusing when you first start doing this because the playing in the headphones versus playing out loud. How about that? Is that better? Turning all the microphones up and I'm turning the headset down. Ask your computer politely. In a perfect world, that would work. But unfortunately, that is not my life. That's better? Okay, you think so? Hopefully. We can dream. Let's go kill some more people to find out. Sorry, it's hard when I can't actually hear what's happening on the other end. Boom. Let me know if that sounds okay. As always, I'm about to be over-encumbered, which we love. We love to see that. Do you play any other MMOs aside from ESO? This is the only MMO I've ever played, except for like, I don't know if Webkins counts as an MMO. Um, I mean, technically it is. That's fine. I don't need any more potions. I feel like I never actually use potions in this game. Why are there so many zombies, though? There's like no Draugr in this game, it's just zombies. Club Penguin. They rebooted Club Penguin. I feel like I should try it. I actually never really paid or played that much Club Penguin when I was a kid. I was a Kins kid. Webkins? See, that's what I was saying. Which did you like better, Webkins and Club Penguin? I was a hardcore Webkins kid. I actually used to make videos when I was in middle school where I would act out my favorite scenes from movies with my Webkins. Don't know where those videos are. I don't think I have access to them anymore. Because I would do it at my friend's house and she had a camera and I didn't have one. So, sadly, if I had them, that would be pretty sick to post on YouTube though. Yeah, I think Webkins was like, I mean, I guess they were both pay to play, but I've heard that Club Penguin, it was like way more fun if you had the Club Penguin membership, because I had a couple friends that had that, but obviously my parents were not willing to pay like a monthly subscription for me to play with virtual penguins, because they do not understand the importance of culture. So I sadly was not able. Boom. Let's get this bread. Used to make all kinds of horrible homemade videos. That's funny. I feel like that was such a thing in the 90s and like the 2000s for kids to do. You'd have like your parents' not that good video camera or like flip phones and you'd make music videos in your backyard. Was that a universal experience or was that just me? Yeah, same. Well, it's not that I was cheap, like my parents just did not understand the importance of getting a Penguin subscription service. I feel like Webkins was a little more accessible because people will get you Webkins for your birthday. So then it was like, you know, fine. Like you have the Webkins and you really only need one in order to play. And there's no other fees. Okay, set my quest back on. Okay, just gotta go stop a cult real quick. You know, average Sunday, the day of our Lord. Why can I never find any flour in this game? You need flour for crafting pretty much anything for a house and you can never find it anywhere. It's so annoying. My parents would just... Hi, Mage! How are you? My parents would just get a new webcam once a year so the thing wouldn't expire, and yes. Wait, they expired? Oh, that changes every... That makes sense. Because I logged back into my Webkins account recently because I was like, I wonder if my Webkins are still there or did they die? And when I logged back in, half of them were gone. Like all my favorite ones are gone. I only have like the weird ones that I got for Christmas that like random people got me, you know, that didn't really know me. Like I have a frog. I never liked the frog. I'm good. Oh, that's good. Do you have a good night or day actually? Because you're in England, so it's the opposite basically. I keep thinking, like, are you guys excited for Thanksgiving? And then I'm like, oh wait, you're neither of you are American. So neither of you celebrate Thanksgiving, which is just wild to me. I'm hyped though. I'm gonna eat so much mashed potatoes. I'm gonna eat mashed potatoes until I can't see. It's gonna be great. To me, that's what a holiday is. Yeah, raisin day for chinchillas. Oh. Wait, they have a raisin? Is that like a weekly event or is that a holiday that you have for your chinchillas? That's adorable. I love that. I want to see pictures of them getting excited about raisins. Oh, okay. Oh, I already started yeah, this is the quest I started earlier. Oh, I thought that werewolf was someone I was supposed to kill. Um, I've been good. Weekly. Oh, that's adorable. I love your chinchillas so much. I'm living vicariously through your chinchillas. Astral projecting. Last night, I stayed up until probably like 3 a.m. doing research for how to make homemade ferret food. So I was like, oh yeah, when I eventually get a ferret, as if that's a thing that's ever going to happen within the near future. Um, made a video of Harvey. Oh, that's so cute. I want one so bad, but unfortunately, my landlord, I do not think, would be as chill about that as I would be. But also, like, I don't know. I feel like if you have a ferret, I would need to stay home all the time with it because I've had one before when I was in middle school, or actually high school, and like you can't really leave it alone for more than like a day or two. And I sometimes go places. Ah, no, no, they're killing me. Boom. Ah, is that a dragon priest? That looks like a dragon priest. Oh, you best believe I'm taking that staff. They are 100% so cute, abolished landlords. I wish. I wish. Unfortunately, I feel like that goal is a little bit far off. I feel like we have to work on getting, I don't know, socialized healthcare before we get abolished landlords. But I love the sentiment. Love the energy behind that. This is a problem. I'm always so over encumbered. I'm just gonna get rid of some of these. I wish you could sell these for like actual money, but they're kind of just useless. Just kidding. They're actually used for crafting things, but they take up a lot of space for something that would probably weigh like 0.01 pounds in real life. Hi, Megan Elsa. How are you? Belle fighting sea. Yes, you just missed it. Or I think you saw the tail end. I've been fighting zombies
Nice
for the
work.
last
The
20
axe shop
minutes.
is nearby. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Um, looking at a travel cage because I don't want to. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's the number one thing. Like, that's one of the reasons I don't have a pet is because obviously, like, right now with COVID, I'm home all the time. But when COVID eventually, theoretically, ends, I will leave my house again sometimes. And then they'll be alone. And then I'll feel really bad about leaving them alone. But, it's not reasonable to expect that I won't ever have work or school or anything else to do. And I don't really have anyone else that would that I would feel comfortable leaving it with
Govig would have sacrificed me as well
to take
if
care
not
of.
for your help.
That's true.
Govig was insane, tearing out people's souls with the shard, using that dark
Most
energy to
countries are past letting
transform into
people
a
die in the
lich.
streets. True.
Disgusting. She got
America,
what
come
she
on, get
deserved.
with it.
I must gather my
Okay.
surviving troops. Grab the shard
See?
and meet me at
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah, I'm finally playing a new game. I've really had fun playing Among Us because it's fun to play with other people, but sometimes I kind of just feel like playing this. Shard of Withrun. I have that stat or axe in Skyrim. It's at my house in Solitude.
Impressive deeds, hero.
That's Ysgramor.
One of my companions could not have done better. Celebrate your victory.
Yeah, I like to travel mostly for concerts, but still, yeah. COVID put people to sleep. Um, yeah, I have like one roommate. Um, but I don't really like putting
I
pets
see
off
that.
onto other people
Are you still
because I
here?
feel guilty,
Are no
like
more worm cultists to kill?
they
But
didn't ask for a
soon,
pet.
these days.
So I'd
Perhaps
feel
we'll
bad
meet
about
again.
leaving it with someone else. Also, I'd miss them. There are no more wormholes. Pursue those villains. Yeah.
Is you because it was yes. As you is your
Oh,
because it was my
I went
weapon.
through again. I assume no one cared too much about reading all that dialogue. The problem with this game is that everyone talks so slowly. Like I read so much faster than the people talk. So then they're still talking and I'm like, please just move on. I wish they would speak faster. My mate Tom would love it if I could leave him with my boys. I swear, that's so cute. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I had a roommate who had a pet, any kind of pet, I would be trying to
Once
steal it.
again, you pulled my
My
ass out of the
landlord's
fire.
charges
I
pet.
owe you a round, maybe two next time you're in Riften. The
That
shard
sucks.
enable go
I hate
to
it when
devour
landlords
souls and
charge extra money for pets. I feel like as long as you don't, trash the place or let them pee everywhere or whatever, then it's probably fine. I mean, I guess it depends on like the circumstance, you know?
the shard in it.
Take that.
The lich is dead and my
Ooh.
necromancers.
Liches are evil. Tight. Ooh. Another fighting. Another fight. There's so many zombies in this area, so it's great if you want to level up quickly. Boom. Easy. I had to leave Skyrim when they were taking... I leave Skyrim when they were taking too long. Yeah, same. Oh, thank you, Megan Elsa. I really appreciate that. Are you talking about the one with all of them or the highlights video? I feel like I put out so many videos over the last, like, 3 days. I put out, like, 3 videos in the last week, but... I was gonna put them all in one video, but it wound up being really long, and I was like, eh. I feel like this is too long to put all together. I feel like most people are not really into watching 2-hour-long videos. I mean, I am, but not everyone is into that. It kind of depends on the video, though. Like, I won't watch a movie, but I'll sit down and watch, like, a 2-hour-long YouTube video. I don't know. Same with TV shows, but I won't watch movies because they're too long. I get bored. New video this morning. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I tried to make a highlights video so it's like more condensed if someone doesn't have time to watch the full thing, but they want to get like a gist of what happened. Ooh, I want that. I want that. And I'm just gonna delete that. This is me being out of space. Ooh, one of the cool things. I should probably get out of this area. There's a lot of zombies. I don't feel like killing all the zombies. Let's just run. Oh, I can't mount my horse in combat. Of course I can't. Perfect. Yeah, I watch YouTube videos all the time. Same. Who are your favorite YouTubers, Sky? Like if you had to pick a top 5. Lord of the Rings was too long. I fell asleep. Yeah, I can get through like the first half of the first one, but other than that, I just get so bored. But I don't know. I think it might just be because I have like ADHD. So I can't pay attention to one thing for too long. Unless it's something I'm like very, very interested in. Where am I? Where is this? Is this Riften? I knew it. It's Riften. Oh, I can go and sell all my stuff. I was so excited when I first started playing this game because I was like, oh, I can see Riften. Like, I own a house in Riften in Skyrim. And so I was like, oh, I could see where my house was. But then I realized this game is like 1,000 years earlier, so my house doesn't exist yet. Obviously. Where's the market?
One problem under control, on to the next.
Yeah, I also don't like sitting for too long, like doing the same thing. What I always do is I like to put on TV shows like sitcoms like The Office or Parks and Recreation or something, and I listen to that while I'm doing other things, like while I'm cooking or cleaning my room or something like that. And that really helps with, because I get bored if I'm just cleaning my room and I'll lose my attention span. So it really helps to have something in the background that I can like kind of distract myself with so I don't notice that I'm cleaning my room, which is boring. Oh, I need to open additional inventory slots, so that means I need to sell some things. Can I sell to you? Can I? No? You won't buy my stuff? Oh. Hello.
Yes. What is it? Yes.
My wife Priya had it on her when Seymour attacked Riften.
ContraPoints, Philosophy Tube, Sean,
But she
Bosch,
was
and
too
you.
busy hiding to
That is
come
so
back to
funny.
me from
Those
the
are like
dead.
half of my favorite
She
YouTubers
never
too.
will now.
I haven't seen Sean, unless Sean who? Is that just his YouTube name? Just Sean? Single word. I watch Vosh, ContraPoints, and Philosophy Tube, but I've never heard of Sean. Yeah, I agree.
She was
I have seen every single one of ContraPoint's videos at least 3 times, start to finish, and even the ones that are like 2 hours long, because I love ContraPoints so much, and she's so smart and wonderful, and I feel like I'm honorary, or I have like an honorary PhD at this point, because she is so smart. That's his name. I've never heard of him. Is he also like a left tuber, sort of? Yeah, ContraPoints followed me on Twitter the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like fangirling so hard. I was like, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this, but also I'm in love with this woman, and she followed me on Twitter, and yeah, my life is complete right now. It was kind of the highlight of my life. Ooh, I don't really use magica potions. Oh, he's a leftist YouTuber? Then I will totally check him out. I love LeftTube lately. I'm like, I think it's because of the election, obviously. That's like where my mind is at. But I love watching like in-depth, like really thoughtful, sort of like intellectual videos. I don't know. I feel like they keep my brain active while I'm not really allowed to go outside and experience the world. Um, sell that. Sell that. Um, the guy looks kind of like Onision. What, this guy that I'm selling to? That's funny. Does he? He kind of has a weird forehead. Um, yeah, Greg is still online, and honestly, I will never understand it. I don't know. But I feel like last time I checked, at least, most people are not watching his videos. Like, I think he's only getting like 14K per video, which is like nothing compared to his size. So at least, it's not as if he's making big bucks. But I don't know. I really hope that actually something happens with that. That would be nice to see. There've been a few that were going. Yeah, Hunter Avalone was on the right before, and I think he's going more to the left. I saw Vosh did a video about that. I love Vosh. I've been binging him so much lately. I'm still like low-key shook that I got to talk with him in person because I love his videos so much. Yeah, only no Onision's OnlyFans. I saw that what is her name? Morgs bought a subscription to Onision's OnlyFans. She was like, I bought Onision's OnlyFans so you don't have to.
Armor is like
That's funny. When I was younger, I watched a lot of right wing stuff, but one of my teachers put me on some leftist videos and stopped me being way dumber than I already am. Same. Um, yeah, I really like the whole like left tube thing. I think it's amazing how like content creators are sort of able to like help people. I don't want to say like one side is right or wrong because I don't like that whole binary because then it makes people feel like I don't know, like some people are bad, some people are good, and I don't think that's productive. But it is really nice to see a lot of leftist YouTubers like Contra and Ollie being able to like de-radicalize people because I do think that is important. Why is this guy? What's up with this guy? Why is he running like that? Oh my god. Do you watch H Bomber Guy? I also love his videos. He's so funny. Um, People still trash on his tweets. That's hilarious. I would pay groomer. Yeah, I feel kind of weird about like when people buy his OnlyFans in order to review it because I'm like, you're giving him money.
Mara watches over
I
us
don't know.
all. Yes, she was a sweet girl.
He's He's a lot. You know, I used to actually watch his videos a lot when I was younger because I thought he was hilarious back when I was like 13. And the funny thing is, he literally has not changed his content in any way, shape, or form since the time that I watched his videos when I was a teenager. And he's still like exactly the same level of maturity and intelligence that he was like a decade ago. I don't know. Which I wouldn't have a problem with if he was like smart, you know? Like Natalie will probably have around the same level of intelligence as she currently has because she's a smart person. But Onision has always been, or at least his content has always been so dumb. So it's just like he's the brain, it's not growing. He's not, I feel like he's the kind of guy who hasn't read a book since high school.
I see it in your face. You have word of my husband. Please tell me. He's dead then, the poor man.
Hello, twat. What? WTF? MTF? MFT? That's a cool name. Twat. I used to say that all the time when I was a kid because I thought it was a contraction of the word to and what. Then I found out that it's actually like a swear word. Um, I didn't know that when I was a kid. You can say twat. Well, I love that. Is there a significance behind that name? Greg, don't forget wetlands and taxes payments. Yeah, I don't understand why he's not like in jail for that because I feel like the IRS would come after him. Like even if they aren't coming after him for the other stuff, because I know it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a weird gray area where it's kind of hard to figure out like exactly what was happening because he waited until they were all 18 for the most part. But this kind of stuff could be like really difficult to prove because of how careful he was. But yeah, like the tax evasion and the wetland stuff is pretty obviously black and white issue.
What do you want? If it's a favor, I have no time
Say
to
it like
spare right
twat.
now.
Yeah, they say that a lot in England, right? Charade Cheney. Oh, we were talking about Onision
Poor Svein.
and how he's
Did you know
still
we were escorted?
using OnlyFans and like he's still on YouTube and people are still watching his videos. I mean, not as much as they were before, but it's still a thing that's happening and I'm just, ugh, I'm not into it.
These citizens think we're doing
I
nothing.
feel like pretty soon the jig is going to be up for him, right? Like, I don't really know that much about what's going on with Onision because I haven't really talked to any of those Onision victims or, you know, I'm not really that involved in that. I just know what I've seen from videos, but I feel like it can't be too much longer until the IRS claps his cheeks. Davi Vandy, Onision, and RSN. Is RSN Real Stream News? I can't think of another acronym that would mean that. Wait, is Real Stream News a groomer? I want to throw him in a big hole. Same. Yeah, exactly. And I was an immigrant. LOL. Oh, no. We're talking about Onision, Greg. Well, in the country I'm in, doesn't actually know who Onision is. I'm kind of jealous of their ignorance. Wow, that's a mood. That is a mood if ever I heard one. He is so gross and boring. And like, I don't know, I've rewatched some of his old videos that I used to find funny when I was a teenager, and I just am so confused at what I ever found funny about him because he's not good at all. Since the Blair White thing, I notice her clones are going quiet on the situation. YouTube is a strange place. On the Onision situation? On live, CJ. Wait, is RSN Real Stream News? Did someone answer that? Maybe I missed it. I don't really know that much about him. I never really watched his videos. All I know is that he has a lot of like problems with Repzilla. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, okay. Yeah, I watch a lot of her videos, but I haven't seen every single one of them. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if it was Real Stream News. Yeah, again, I don't really know that much about him because I don't know, I've never really interacted with him or anyone. The only thing I know about him is that he hates Repzilla. And I'm not quite sure why, because Repzilla, by all accounts, seems like a pretty nice guy. I mean, I've talked to him a fair amount. He seems pretty nice. I don't understand why he would like hate him so much. Because he made a video talking about the rape accusations. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check this out. I haven't looked at it too much. Yeah, lately I've been focusing so much on the whole Blair White situation. I feel like I kind of got tunnel vision and wasn't really paying attention to anything else in the world. Well, I was paying attention to other things in the world, but mostly I was just focusing on Blair White for YouTube stuff. I'm gonna go to a different country. If anyone has any places that they want to see, just let me know. Yeah, like Repzilla has always been super nice to me, and I've never had any bad interactions with him. From what I can see, he's like one of the most nice and genuine people I've ever met from YouTube. Not that like everyone on YouTube is not genuine or whatever, but he's just been super nice to me consistently over the last 6 months, a year, however long I've been talking to him. I don't understand how anyone could like hate Repzilla. Like if you don't love him, if he's not your favorite, that's fine. You don't have to love him. You know? But I just do not understand Real Stream News at all. I sent you a screenshot on Instagram. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, I remember that, Megan Elsa. Blair Witch, in my opinion. I've been thinking about that a lot. They made a new Blair Witch movie too, which kind of made me think of it. Let's see if I have any other quests to do. Do I have anything in Oridon? Like here, desert. Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna go to Valenwood, actually. I changed my mind. Is this it? Yeah. Rep's a real nice guy. To everyone if you're not a shithead. Yeah, exactly, true. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I'm not a shithead, but in my experience, Repzilla has just been super nice. Repzilla, enjoy his channel and he's very sweet and cute, just trying to be honest. I agree, that's so nice of you. Yeah, he's like such a positive person, and he reached out to me when I was like a really small creator, back when the Onision Davi Bandy thing was first starting out, and he like gave me his phone number and we started talking, and he like actually was interested in like getting to know me and giving me advice on like how to do YouTube and how to like start out my channel and stuff like that. So I'll always be really thankful to him for that. He didn't have to do that, and it was super nice of him to do. So yeah, if you haven't checked out his channel or his videos, I would definitely recommend doing that. Give him a like, give him a subscribe. I mean, Blair was friends with Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, until they were getting backlash, and then she threw him under the bus. Exactly. Yeah. And then she tried to act like she was never really friends with Jeffree Star, except for the fact that she kind of was. I mean, she was friends with Shane Dawson. Oh, thank you so much, Charade, for the subscription. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Are you having a good night? Do you enjoy seeing other Elder Scrolls content? if you like playing Elder Scrolls or if you like watching Elder Scrolls, I will definitely do that a lot more. Usually I play Among Us, but sometimes I play other games. Thank you so much. Was accusing me and she got no proof. Report her ass. Yeah, he's always trying to give pep talk and cheer up his community. Yeah, I think that's really nice. And like his Discord has a section for like mental health awareness and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's really helpful and really nice. I hate it when people try to make up false statements accusing people. It pisses me off. That's why. Yeah, but I feel like on the internet, people are always doing that. You know? Like someone... It's not always deliberate. I mean, a lot of times it is. But I feel like sometimes people are just... They have nothing going on in their lives and they're bored. And so they want to start up some random drama with some stranger on the internet just for fun. I mean, I'll never understand wanting to do that because, I don't know. If I'm like getting involved with some kind of internet drama, it's always because I think there's like a genuine need for it. Like it's something that I think needs to be drawn attention to, but I'll never understand the mentality of people who just want to start up some stupid drama with random people for no reason. And like, Megan, you're one of the sweetest people I've ever met. Through all this, so I just can't understand doing that to you. Thank you so much, Charade. Ah! Oh no! Wow. Do you ever just jump off a cliff because you look away for a second and you're still running and then you almost die? Because I just did. Whew, that was dangerous. Charade, are you also a gamer? And if so, do you ever play like any multiplayer games? Because I'd love to play with you sometime. I often, with at least Among Us, I'll play with other people and we have a Discord chat for it. We should totally do that for Elder Scrolls 2 if anyone else plays it. I know Sky plays it. Marie, lucky she don't live in my state because I would go and fight. Wow, I can't imagine you doing that. You seem so sweet. I can't imagine you showing up on my doorstep and punching me in the face. Maybe I just have said the right things. Okay, have a good night, twat. I feel so weird saying that. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for staying up and hanging out with me. Love you. Have a good night. So sweet. I appreciate that. I hate drama. I'm too old for it. Yeah, same here. Oh, hi, Gloomy. How are you? Most of your friends are guys. I don't get along with females. I feel like it can be hard with like certain social groups to get along with other girls. I definitely feel like it depends on like the community and what your interests are, and also like I feel like sexuality also makes a difference. Because like if you're in a friend group with other girls and everyone is straight, I feel like that can cause tension because you're like sort of competing. Or you can like look at each other for competition. At least that has been my experience. Running away. I don't want to fight right now. I want to get to my location swiftly and peacefully. I fell once because I was walking in the desert and didn't see that there was a short ridge line. Wow, that's the worst feeling. It's so hard in the desert though because everything kind of looks the same. Like there's no trees or mountains or anything. It kind of just all looks like sand. So then you just fall off a cliff and die. Oh my god. Look at me just running into enemies. Face first. Thank you, Belle. I will always support you no matter what. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's so nice to see people on the internet that, like, see the best in people and that aren't, like, overly critical. I mean, if I do something wrong, definitely, like, you know, don't blindly support me. But the fact that you're, like, so supportive and sweet all the time is so nice. It really just makes my day. Only people who are on my bad side. I'll try not to get on your bad side. Just kidding. I will always support you unless you commit war crimes or something like that. Well, I feel like I'll probably not be doing any of those anytime soon. Fingers crossed. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how the rest of 2020 goes. Nothing is set in stone, as they say. I'm always looking for reasons to go for the throat. I love the energy. We need people like that in the world. If everyone was a peaceful person, then we would never get anything done. We gotta have those fire signs. Love the fire signs. What is that? Ooh, there's werewolves over there. Should I fight the werewolves? Belle starts a war. I could see that. Oh, okay. Bye-bye. Bye, tiger. Whenever I try to talk and make friends with female, 1, they act nice, 2, pretend or talk behind my back, 3, I end up in a fight. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like I have had that experience sometimes, but lately I have not personally had that experience with other women. But again, I think it kind of depends on like where you're meeting them and like what the social interaction and what the friend group is. Because I feel like it can be really difficult because people of the same sex oftentimes look at each other as like competition for partners, and I feel like that can cause a lot of tension in relationships and make it hard for people. And if I'm being honest, sometimes people are kind of just trash. I'm always love and acceptance. Yeah, I think that's a good way to be, and I totally see that. I can't imagine anyone not liking you. Megan, it's easy, just don't make friends. Yeah, kind of. That's kind of how I feel about 2020. I feel like in some ways my social circle has grown a lot, and then in others I feel like it's shrunk so much. It's kind of weird. You know, like I do so much stuff with like YouTube and, you know, I meet people on Twitch and I'm talking to people through like Discord and stuff like that. But I feel like in real life, a lot of people just have kind of dropped off because of all the like quarantine and COVID and stuff like that. Also, all my friends keep moving across the country. It's so annoying. It's like hard to have any kind of social interaction when all your friends keep moving. It's easy. Just, my best friend is my dog and she just wants food. That's the thing about dogs. You can always trust them. Like your dog, as long as you feed them, everything will be good. Oh, there's a bridge over there. Let's use that. I do have friends. They have kids. Yeah, that's the other thing. As you become an adult, it's really hard to stay friends with people once they get like married and have children because they just don't have time anymore. Which I get, you know? You gotta prioritize your family. Hello. Ooh, there's a dolmen. Yes, yes, let's go over there. Yeah, I just have online friends. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel at this point. Ooh, ooh. Yes. I love these things. Q you can even trust a dog if you don't feed it. They're pack animals. Yeah, that is true. Ah, oh no, oh no, oh no. Why can't I tried to take a potion and it wouldn't let me. It just kept not going. Have a good night. I gotta go to class now. Oh, okay, yeah. Have a good night, Charade. I'll see you. Have a good night. I'll definitely be streaming later on in the week, so I will see you again. I'll probably stream tomorrow or the next day, so I'll see you. I hope you have a good class. Yeah, stop by anytime because I stream quite often. Okay, let's go back. It's a cat you need to be careful around. True. That's kind of why I'm not a cat person. I actually used to have a really big fear of cats when I was younger. Probably until I was like 16, I was terrified of cats. Just because I was afraid, you know when they sit on your lap and they sink their claws into you? I was afraid of that. So I was like okay with cats if I was petting them and they were next to me, but once they would come and sit on my lap, then I was like really scared of that. Okay, apparently I can't do this part. That's so weird. Here I was talking all this smack about how I'm so good at the game, and then I die 2 times in a row. I have some friends from school I enjoy hanging out with because we've grown a little better. There's some people stuck in the past and brings up school trauma. So I think I was lucky, honestly. Yeah. I feel like once you become an adult, it's really hard to make friends with people. Because everyone's got their own things going on. So it's like really difficult. You know? Like I feel like the only place you can really meet people is like work and school. There's not really anywhere else as an adult. Like imagine if you go to a bar and someone tries to buy you a drink and like talks to you like a stranger. No thank you. I'm not trying to get killed. I'd be like super sketched out. Cats are okay. Grew up around dogs. Yeah, same here. My family almost got a cat when I was a kid, but we wound up getting a dog instead. Because my dad has allergies. But he likes cats better. Yeah. Used to work at a brewery. Ooh. That sounds fun. Is that like where they make beer, or is it other alcohols too? Or is that a restaurant? Because I feel like sometimes they call restaurants breweries. Hi, Gloomy! Doggos are the best. I agree. Dogs are my favorite animal. I know people are always like, oh, why would you choose dogs as a favorite animal? Because people think that dogs are like normal and boring. Mm-mm. They are 100% wrong. I love dogs so much. So people always ask me like why dogs are my favorite animals, and it goes so much deeper than the fact that dogs are like, you know, cute and fluffy and they have adorable floppy ears and everything about them is perfect. They are just their energy, like the way that they're constantly trying to make other people happy and like they don't feel sorry for themselves if they're like, you know, if they had like a rough background or something, they never feel sorry for themselves and they never like feel sad. What the? Excuse you. They just try to be the happiest that they can be every single day and try to make the world a better place. And I think that's so beautiful. And I love them so much. If dogs took over the world, we wouldn't have any wars if dogs took over the world. I went to a bar once, story time, and it was awkward having people look at me. That's how I feel. The idea that people like can see me and look at me sometimes just really freaks me out. It's actually impossible to date traditionally these days because of all the paranoia about creeps. Yeah, I think it's a really complicated issue. Because on one hand, I do feel like it can be really bad for people's like self-esteem when people won't give them a chance, but also I I'm just I'm very wary around people in real life and on the internet. But you know, if I went to a random place and a random like man came up to me and was like trying to hit on me, I don't know, I would just feel so like uncomfortable and nervous. Maybe that's just because of how I was socialized. And I feel like now the culture is kind of like pushing the idea that that's weird. Oh, I hate these things. Run away, run away. Um, it's actually impossible to. Oh yeah, I already read that. It makes sense. I'm such a young person. My dog is young and she still acts like a puppy. Oh, that's adorable. I can't use that door right now. What the hell? Do I have to go this way? Please die. Please die. These things are so scary. Like if you're over here, they'll grab onto you and pull you away. See? Watch this. Terrifying. Imagine if you saw that in real life. Imagine. And then they can also like tunnel into the ground and then like shoot up and shoot spikes at you. They're so scary. The first time I saw one of these, I freaked out. Ooh. Okay. Delete some of the stuff in my inventory. Exactly, Gloomy. Yeah, I agree. I will probably never ever date again. It sucks for people who have to do that. I feel like, you know, dating apps exist. I know it's like really hard to find people on dating apps, but I think that a lot of people are looking for them, and if you set the usually if you set the age to like older people, obviously like you don't want to do it too much of an age difference, but I find that people who are in their 20s are more likely to be looking for relationships than people who are like 18. But yeah, like dating apps can be really rough when you're like 18 years old or like in your teens because I feel like a lot of teenagers aren't looking for relationships and that can make it really difficult. Like I can go to a bar and no one will want to talk to me because women are scared of guys, but I can go on Tinder and talk for 4 days and get invited to someone's house. Yeah, I've personally noticed that. Like I've had a lot of friends that are on Tinder and they'll just like go on first dates and get in the guy's car or like bring them back to their house, and I just will never understand the idea that someone will allow a stranger into their home. Oh, hi Jeff, how are you? Meeting people online using dating apps is hard too from my experience. I think it's hard everywhere. Like there kind of isn't really any good places to meet people these days. And I feel like social media is like good for meeting people in some ways, but also it can be hard to form like meaningful connections, and that's kind of like the problem with it. I don't know. I'm not like a matchmaker or anything. I don't have like any phenomenal dating advice. I'm just a guy playing Elder Scrolls. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Gloomy. I've found that it's been my experience that if you like aren't focusing too hard on it, like if you're working on other things in your life, sometimes it can kind of become easier to find someone. Maybe it's just that like you aren't thinking about it so much, so then, you know, you aren't aware that you're not dating anyone, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think Tinder can be really creepy as an app. Why is there a tiger here? Where did this tiger come from? Maybe in America, 20-year-olds are looking for relationships. The majority of people my age act like they're 12-year-olds. That really sucks. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, dating is rough. It's like really hard to find and meet people. And I feel like in some ways it can be, obviously I only have like a woman's perspective because, hello, I'm a woman, but from what I've heard, it sounds like it can be really difficult, especially for guys, to meet people just because of, I guess, the culture around like men. And yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I would not recommend, Megan, I would not recommend Craigslist for finding a relationship. I've heard people used to do that in like the 80s or something, or they'd put like personal ads. I can't even, I can't even fathom that. I feel like that sounds so much more sketchy than going on Tinder. Ah, no, please don't kill me, don't kill me, I'm doing something. You can get a pet tiger in this game. I think it might cost money, but you can get like tigers and bears and wolves. There's like all kinds of cool pets that you can get. The culture thing. America has more family-oriented values than Europe. Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like my experience is being an American, I feel like there's a big focus on like the American dream of starting a family, and that's kind of seen as like the the ultimate goal for a lot of people. Obviously, that's not everyone's goal, but I also feel like now there's sort of a, I guess, a revolution, you could call it, where people are like, I think especially women are not focusing on relationships as much as they traditionally would, which can make it hard to find people. Craigslist sounds super dangerous. Yeah, they actually took down the personal ads section of Craigslist, so I don't even think you can do that anymore. Um, yeah, but I would never, I would never do that. Never in my life. Oh, hello. Is this a boss? Boss fight? Just looks like a, oh yeah, I think this is a boss fight. I prefer to be single. I'm planning on being homeless for 2 years anyway. So is that like, ah, no. Thank you. Oh. Almost just died there. Hang on. Maximum concentration. Wait, 1 sec. He's conjured a bear to kill me. One second. Almost dying. Almost dying. Wow. The danger. That was so scary. Jeff Pro. Yeah. I want a pet fox. You can get a fox in this game. I have a pet fox. He's right next to me. He has tufted little ears. He's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I love him. So scary and mind-blowing. Yeah, the fact that people would just hop on Craigslist, like that's a fine, rational, normal thing for a human person to do. I don't know. The 80s were a wild time. I mean, they also just used to let children like play in the street and no one had cell phones. People would just go out without a cell phone. What happens if your car crashes? Then what? I don't know. It's wild. I'm on Bumble, and that's hard enough. I can't imagine writing an app for myself. Oh, like if you create an app from scratch? I can't imagine doing that. Oh, hello, Yugi. Conservatives. Too much people are having sex right now. Also conservatives. Not enough people are having sex. The problem is that not enough people are having sex after they get married. Like, people aren't getting married. And I think that's their problem. It's, personally, I feel like as long as everyone's being consensual, who cares? It's not that big a deal. Belle, Power Ranger, Fighter, Wonder Woman. That's me. Here I am, taking on the world. One woman army over here. What is this? Oh, is that just light shining through? Oh, is there a cage? Or a chest? Um. Oh, ad. Yeah. I can't imagine writing a personal ad. And then, I don't know. Also, like, if someone calls my phone, I feel like that's sketchy, right? Like, they always say that there's that meme where if a Gen Z gets a phone call, they're just like, oh, that's spam. If they're calling me, it's spam. I like never answer the phone anymore, so I can't if I got a personal ad, I would just never hear back from anyone. I'd have to put an email. That's the only way I would respond. Wow, this one's really hard. Um, yeah, marriage sucks. I feel like being forced into a marriage would suck. But if it's a consensual marriage and both parties are interested and want to get married and no one's being like pressured or guilt tripped into getting married, especially like, with unwanted pregnancy. Yeah, as long as the marriage is not like in any way like a forced marriage, then I feel like marriage is great. I do think the institution of marriage is kind of silly because who wants to spend that much money on one day of their life, am I right? I don't know. All I care about is a cake. I just want a nice cake. To me, that's what a wedding is. That's probably why I'm not married. Um, no, marriage costs too much. I would just sign papers and go. Yeah, see, I feel like that's smart. That's probably the smart thing to do. However, I want to wear a wedding dress and I want to eat cake. I'm that person that has been planning a wedding since I was like 5 years old. Because I'm that kind of sentimental little boy. Newspaper dating. Yeah, super sketchy. Um, no kids. I'm good. Yeah, I would never want to have children. I feel like I can barely take care of myself, you know? Like they say that having a kid costs like, I don't know, $1 million over 18 years or something. I don't know if that's 100% true. That sounds right. I mean, I remember being a kid. Kids are expensive. Plus, you have to make their doctor's appointments. I don't even want to make my own doctor's appointments. Oh, I can't get a chest because I didn't do anything to contribute. Wait, what's happening? What was that? I don't know. Oh, thanks. Someone just gave me some kind of spell. Um, Yugi said we need more polyamory support. Yeah, I agree. I feel like there's such a stigma around it, and it's so stupid because, like, obviously I don't condone cheating, but being poly is not the same as cheating on your partner. And as long as everyone is like happy and informed and consensual with it, then I think that's a great thing. And no one should be forced into a type of relationship they don't want, including a monogamous one. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that's just going to take like 20 years or so for the culture to catch up to the fact that you can in fact love more than one person at a time, even though it's not for everyone. Where am I supposed to go? Let me just fast travel here. Um, the idea was living on my own. That's why I left my parents. I think moving out of your parents' house can be one of the most beneficial things for your mental health. Like I did that a few years ago, and it was so helpful, and I would never go back to living with my parents. Wedding cake in England is so gross. That's sad. I'm so sad. I feel like a lot of wedding cake is gross though. Like fondant, disgusting. It's cringe to see proposals done in public. Yeah, I feel like it kind of makes a spectacle of it. The worst is like a proposal where the person has a bunch of friends with them. Like if you propose in front of a group of other people, or if you get up on stage, at like a concert or something to propose to someone, that just makes me so uncomfortable because that like basically forces the person to say yes. Otherwise, you're going to make them look like an idiot and then they'll break up with you. Sucks. It's also the same as people against parents. It's also the same people against Parents having government help to raise kids. Yep, exactly. Just like, let people live. Let people do what they want. As long as they're not hurting anyone. And being in a relationship with 2 people at once, as long as it's consensual, does not hurt anyone.
You actually got the bow. Incredible. Did Storr give you much trouble?
I wish my parents aborted me so I wouldn't have a kid. Oh my god.
Vine Death Cave remains to
I've
be
seen
seen.
so many like memes about like pro-choice memes. And it's like, as a former fetus, I would not care if my parents had not had me. And I find those so funny. Big wedding party with 200 people 2 years later filed for divorce. They actually say statistically that the bigger the wedding is, the more expensive the wedding is, the sooner the marriage will end, which is pretty interesting, in my opinion. I never planned a wedding. I always said I would adopt a child instead of having one. I don't want to adopt or have a child, but I don't know. I want to wear a wedding dress, and I want to eat a cake that I got to choose. To me, is like a really nice hotel. I mean, obviously, there's the fact that you spend the rest of your life with someone that you love and all that stuff. But also,
You actually got the bow.
I'm very food motivated.
Vine Death
I
Cave
want a
remains
road trip
true to its name then.
across America, but I'm
sorry to
terrified
hear
of
it.
getting gunned down by a
Storr
cop or a
might have
power
been a
trip.
dunderheaded double-crosser.
Yeah,
But he was still a man.
America does seem kind of like a really scary place right now.
You actually got the
You'll
Vine Death
probably
Cave
be
remains
fine if you come to America. Like, especially it depends on where you go and like what you do when you're here. But I think the likelihood of you getting hurt when you come to America by something like gun violence to me is pretty low. Unless you're going through like really dangerous areas. I wouldn't recommend that. You know. And like obviously don't like have a wad of cash sticking out of your pocket or something, because then I think that would cause problems anywhere. Parents are very negative. They don't support LGBT. Yeah, that's one of the things that always kind of gets me, is that parents are always so like, gung-ho about they'll support their kids, but then when the kid turns out to be gay, I feel like a lot of times parents are like, I don't know her. Sorry, who is this? My child that I love? I forgot. LOL. It's really messed up. That is like one thing that I always did kind of wish I would do if I was going to adopt a kid, like, or have a kid. I always say if you're not prepared to have like a disabled kid or a trans kid or a gay kid, then you shouldn't have a child. Because obviously you can't help who you are if you are born and you're gay or you're disabled. And your parents are not willing to accept that. I don't think you should have a kid. Hot take. I put on you put on a thing. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that, honestly. But again, it totally depends on the area. Like, the more progressive states, like the blue states, like California, Vermont, Massachusetts, and all those states, I think are pretty much fine to go to. It's just if you're going to go to like the Bible Belt, then you would have to be careful, especially if you're like a minority or if you're gay. Just watch out, And don't go causing trouble. Like don't confront people or anything, because I feel like there are always like scary people, and right now the country does seem like it's very heated. Tensions are high. I'm very protective of close friends of mine. Yeah, same here. I do have. That's so nice. It's so nice to see when like straight people are supportive of their trans and non-binary and gay friends. Like, I always try to do that because, I mean, obviously not trans or non-binary, but I do have a lot of friends who are, and I try to be very supportive and like listen to them and learn about what I can do to be a good ally to them because I don't want to, you know, cause more negativity into the world. I want to be a nice person. Support all my friends. That's part of the reason I've been doing all these videos lately, is because I'm trying to educate myself about this. I'm the only LGBT person in my family. Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry about that. Is your family like mostly accepting of you? Or are they like kind of not great about it? I'm also the only LGBT person in my family, as far as I know. I mean, I feel like if any of my other family members were, they would probably tell me, because I'm fairly out and open. But yeah, so far as I know, I'm the only one. I'm the gay cousin. Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana I've heard can be dicey. I mean, I've never been to Louisiana, but I've heard like New Orleans is fine because it's a city. But they can be dangerous for different reasons, you know? Like some areas are more dangerous if you're gay or trans, and some areas are more different if you're like, or more dangerous if you're like black. So it kind of depends on where you go. I need to open additional inventory slots. So annoying. My dad reacted badly when I came out. My mom shrugged and was like, alright, doesn't matter to me what you do. I feel like that's a pretty common thing. In my experience, dads are more likely to be closed-minded
If you're working in cloth,
about that sort of thing. But it's not like that with everyone, of course. I'm going to sell that. What else should I sell? I'll keep those. I don't wear heavy armor, so I'm going to sell that. I always support LGBT. I never want to be like my parents. That's so nice to see. I love to see people who aren't in the community still be like amazing allies for other people who are. That's like something that really gives me a lot of hope for future generations because I'm seeing that's becoming like more and more popular. And I really appreciate that. Just know, all us gays really appreciate it.
if you're working in cloth or leather, I'm
Never
your
judge
man.
people.
What can I get you?
Yeah, exactly. My mom is chill about. Most of my family are conservative homophobes. My mom is not really political. She's not upset about me voting for Biden. She leans on Biden. But I also never come out to my family. Yeah, if your family is very conservative, it can be dangerous. And like I would never want anyone to come out if they're not like safe to do so. But I do think coming out is a really wonderful thing if you're able to. But again, I recognize that not everyone has that privilege because like coming out really is a privilege. And you know, I'm lucky. I grew up with a mom that was not, you know, she didn't care about that. But not everyone is in that same situation. Let's research that. I know what to do. New York through Canada and then back into the States, the West Coast. Yeah, avoid a massive selection of America. Honestly, that sounds like a pretty good trip as well. Like, New York is pretty fun. There's a lot of stuff to do there. It's huge. You really could spend like a week there and still not do everything. And I've never been up like near the Canadian border of New York. I've just been to the city. But that sounds like a really fun trip. Also, the West Coast is beautiful. I went to San Francisco a couple years ago. I loved it so much. Where am I going to sell some things? Here it is. Best reaction came from a friend that I have been friends on since I was 7. He said, "Oh, I knew that. I thought you were going to say something bad happened." That's funny. I always say though, like, it really kind of, I mean, it's great. Obviously, I love to have friends be open-minded about it, and like, it's great that they aren't judging you. But also, the worst thing is when you've been agonizing over this for years and like tearing yourself apart, and like hating yourself for being gay. And then you finally have the courage to come out, and then everyone's just like, nice. And you're like, wait, so you're telling me that I've been struggling with this for like 15 years for no reason? That's maddening to me. I'm like still reeling from that. um, Yaniv. Yeah, I feel like Jessica Yaniv though, like in my opinion, that whole thing got kind of like blown out of proportion by Blair White. And not just her, like some other people too. But it always kind of frustrated me when I saw Blair doing that because, you know, she claims to care so much about children and wanting to protect them and stuff. But like I know for a fact that she's done a lot of other stuff that have like actively hurt a lot of kids. So, I don't know. I thought at least with Blair White and with certain people, the whole Jessica Yaniv thing did get kind of blown out of proportion. Not that like she wasn't a horrible person and like disgusting, but she is also just one person that doesn't really have a huge platform. And I feel like Blair was kind of exploiting people's like fear of trans women to like capitalize on that situation, you know? And then she started selling merch from that. That always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But yeah, she is completely disgusting. Like when I was reading about her, I was like, ugh. I debated making a video, but I don't know. I think I had a lot of other stuff going on at the time that I just didn't get around to it. I feel like the only good states are New York and California. Yeah, there are some other good ones too, like Vermont and Massachusetts are okay, and like Oregon and Washington State, I think, are okay. Megan, I know you live over there, so you probably enjoy it. Yeah, there are a couple others, and like there are areas that are beautiful, but the states are a little dicey. Yaniv is a horrible human being, but her argumentation as to why Yaniv was horrible was weak. With her debate to her. Not to mention she uses Yaniv to fearmonger. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not saying she wasn't a horrible person, but I think Blair was kind of exploiting the fear that people have surrounding like trans predators, especially like female trans predators, to like capitalize on it and gain like internet clout to a certain extent. Yaniv is a groomer, but I think going after her identity was a bit alright. Yeah, like when she labeled her trans predator. Like, I didn't label Davi Vandy or Onision like cisgender predator. You know, like they're a predator because they're a predator, not because she's trans or not because she's a woman or anything. Yeah, I saw a lot of people like doubting whether or not she was really trans. I personally don't feel comfortable like speculating about that just because I would have no way of ever verifying that information. So I prefer to stick to like people's actions and ideas because those are things that I can like tangibly respond to. And like her gender really doesn't make a difference, you know? Most of New England is fine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Yeah, I liked her. I call Jessica Yaniv because that's what she chooses to identify herself as. And honestly, I don't even know what her like birth name was. I only know her name is Jessica. Honestly. Yeah, the whole Jessica Yaniv thing is pretty cringe in my opinion. I heard that Belle Delphine got removed from YouTube for like violating copyrights or severe violations of terms of service or something like that. Has anyone else heard about that? I don't know. I thought that was really weird. If for no other reason, because other people, like Onision, are actual predators and are still on this platform. So I found it kind of interesting, to say the least, that Belle Delphine got kicked off. I don't even know what she did. Oh, okay. I need to get more perks. Problem is I don't have anything. Ooh. Okay. I think I'm gonna get some more champion points. I have a bunch of skills that I have not yet leveled up, so let's do this one. This one. I'm just gonna start by getting a little bit of everything. Actually, let's look over here. Belle Delphine. I heard she said. Wait, is Belle Delphine a child predator? Is she? I don't know that much about her. The only thing I know about her is like she does OnlyFans or was it Patreon? I know she's on one of those sites that she like sells lewd pictures of herself, and a lot of her brand is on the fact that she's basically like every guy's fantasy, or at least she tries to brand herself like that, like nerdy video game guys. I mean, she's really pretty, so no confusion there. You have a chinchilla on your lap? A chinchild! Oh my god, I love that. That's so cute. I'm gonna start using that. Increases effectiveness. My damage, expert defender. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take that. I've been living under Belle Delphine. Belle Delphine is I think she started on TikTok or Musically, and she's like I don't know. She did videos. She's like a content creator, and she does sort of like lewd photos. And yeah, she did like a thing a while ago with like Pornhub. Like she made a bunch of Pornhub videos, but they were just trolls. And a lot of people are upset at her for that. She's always in like weird controversies. But I don't know that much about her as a person, like what her content is like. Because her I think it was Patreon, was really expensive. There was one that was like $1,000 a month. Oh yeah, and she sold her gamer girl bathwater, which I am very skeptical of whether or not that is actual real bathwater. I'm not saying I want it to be real bathwater. I'm just saying I have no idea how she would ever, like, how anyone would verify that. She got removed for nudity, but celebrities can upload music videos where they're literally naked and get no action. It's so strange. Yeah. I feel like it's kind of weird that she got removed from YouTube because I've seen a lot worse stuff on YouTube than anything she's put out. Was she like actually naked, like genitals, or was it just like boobs? Because I feel like I've seen boobs in music videos on YouTube. I don't know. Like they allow WAP on YouTube. Not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying it's, again, interesting. No, wait, no, back. Oh, I know her. Yeah, yeah, she does look like a child. I feel like that's a big part of her appeal. Yeah, I do think there's a lot of like double standards. Maybe it's because she looks so young and that's like part of why she got banned if it was like nudity. Maybe they're like more strict with that kind of thing. I don't know. It seemed really weird to me that they would still allow Onision because there was so much like people were clamoring to get Onision removed from the platform. But with Belle Delphine, they were just like, let's get rid of her. And I'm like, I don't know if that's 100% fair. Harvey tried to run off with the raisin box. Oh no! It was a grand raisin heist. That's adorable. Oh, I don't have the rank yet. Um, not judging anyone who does OnlyFans, but if you're in a relationship, I feel like it depends. Like if your partner is okay with it, then I think it's fine. But like if you're keeping it a secret from your partner and you know they wouldn't be okay with it, I don't think that's a cool thing to do. But I do support anyone's right to like, you know, do the content that they want or follow their dreams for their profession. It's not what I would choose for myself, but I think it's great that people are able to make money in ways that might be a little different from how I would do it. But um, can't type tonight. Couples shouldn't have OnlyFans. Yeah. I think everyone's different. I don't know. I think personally, I think it would make me uncomfortable if my partner was doing that, and like I wouldn't do it if I had one. But I probably also I wouldn't do it if it was just me anyway. So I guess it's a poor example. Nicki Minaj has a video where she's only like 2 centimeters slip away from full nudity. Um, but oh, she was just wearing a bikini. Okay, I didn't know that's what it was. Yeah, I just heard that it happened. I saw some people talking about it on Twitter, like right before I got on.
Welcome to Volkaga.
Oh no, I want to sell. Sell that. Why was it not letting me deconstruct these things? I'll sell this. It depends on the person. Some people are not okay with it. Yeah, exactly. Like you just have to have good communication with that kind of thing. Like I think sex work is one of those things that's it's very controversial and it kind of depends on the individual. And you know, I think it's perfectly fair if your partner is doing that and you're not comfortable with that. You know, you shouldn't have to be in a relationship with someone who's doing something that you're not comfortable with in that kind of way. But I also don't think it's fair for someone to be like, oh, you have to stop doing this, you know? Because it's like, if it's their livelihood, I don't think it's fair to tell someone that they have to stop doing their thing to earn money. It's just like, you know, you don't have to stay in a relationship with them, but also they can do their thing. And if the relationship has to end because of that difference, then maybe it just wasn't meant to be. I also can't type. Don't worry about it. My father would have a heart attack if I did OnlyFans. Yeah, I think a lot of parents would. I understand, you know, like it's a very dangerous thing to do, and it also can be really damaging to like your future and your reputation. If you ever want to do anything else, it can be really difficult once once your face is associated with like sex work, which I think is like one of parents' biggest problems with it. And like if I had a child, that would be my biggest concern. But I personally don't think there's anything wrong with like sex work in and of itself. Alright, I'm probably going to log off in a couple minutes because I think I've done all the quests that I'm going to do for the day. I do have other stuff I have to do tonight, unfortunately, though I would love to play Elder Scrolls until I go to sleep. I saw someone arguing that porn isn't consensual because they wouldn't do it without getting paid. I don't agree with that. I think there are a lot of problems. Such a complicated issue, but I do think there are a lot of problems with like the porn industry. But there are also people who like do their own porn out of their house, and that's something that like genuinely want to do. And I mean, if porn isn't consensual because people wouldn't do it without getting paid, like by that logic, being a nurse is not consensual because you wouldn't do it without getting paid, you know? Like, everyone gets paid for their labor. That's how capitalism works. That's how we exist in a society. So it seems kind of silly to me for people to think that. Um, what are my views on legalizing prostitution? Oh my god. Um, without knowing too much about it, I do feel like if it was legalized, it would be safer, as with most things. Um, but obviously, I would only be like in favor of that if it's ethical and someone genuinely wants to get into that, and they're being safe about it and they're getting tested, and again, no one's being like trafficked or like coerced into doing something they're not comfortable with, which is, I know, a really big problem with that industry. But I don't think anyone should ever be like imprisoned for prostitution, like if they're doing that for themselves, because that literally helps no one and it just harms people. It's horrible when you do sex work, you're all of a sudden blacklisted from all other professions. Yeah, exactly. Like, that is so messed up in my opinion. And it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Like, just because someone in the past did that doesn't mean they also can't be an intelligent person who's capable of contributing to society in some way. Does that make my job slavery since I wouldn't do it without getting paid? Yeah, exactly. Everyone gets paid for their labor. That's how things work. Unless it's literal slavery. But we don't really have that in America. One could argue that in some issues we do, but no, we don't. No. It is something that actually does interest me, because I think about this a lot. Because it's, I think, an issue similar to like a lot of other issues I care about, and like I really do care about like women's issues and feminism, and that's a pretty heated debate in feminism. I wrote a paper about this in school, actually, but it is something that it's very nuanced, and I don't want to like give anyone the wrong impression about the way that I feel about it. um, oh, they're being needy boys. That's so cute. Yeah. um, yeah, these are all like really interesting, like philosophical topics. I really do enjoy talking about these things because I don't know, I find these things a lot more interesting than talking about like, I don't know, YouTube drama and stuff like that. Um, but they are very nuanced topics, and I feel like they take a lot of like care and sensitivity to talk about, just because you don't want to misrepresent something or not properly explain it, and then people have this bad idea about you in their head. um, what did the chat do? um, I'm studying dietetics because food is my biggest passion in the world, and it's something that really interests me. Ooh, I moved the laptop. I'm probably gonna hop off in a minute though. um, but yeah, thank you all to everyone who was like hanging out with me tonight. I had a lot of fun playing Elder Scrolls. It was really nice to play Elder Scrolls because usually I play Among Us, and this is my favorite game in the entire world as of right now. So I had a really fun time playing and hanging out and getting to know you all. If you guys like seeing Elder Scrolls content, let me know. Or if you prefer seeing Among Us content, because I don't know, I like both, but it's cool to see what other people want to see. Bill will be a famous chef. Hopefully someday. Just kidding. I don't think I would ever want to be a chef. Chefs work weird hours. They have to work on holidays. I don't want that. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem. I had a fun time hanging out with everyone. I really like doing this. It's a really cool way to spend a Sunday, kind of hanging out with my online friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Mage. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Gloomy. Thank you, Yugi. I know a couple people hopped off earlier. Thank you, Sky and Jeff. It's always nice talking to you guys. Is anyone else still in it that I didn't think? No, I think Twat hopped off earlier. Yeah, that looks like everyone who's in right now. Have a good night.